I love what I just watched. Today, Real Madrid beat Villarreal 3-1, and a red card for Villarreal. And I loved the second half of that match, but we have much to talk about, I think. And as always, we're going to begin with the players, starting with Thibaut Courtois. My good friend, you saved us today. I truly believe he didn't do that save in the first half, we would have been done for because we didn't come out with the energy I would like us to have come out with. And yeah, but he saved us. So yeah, today it was one of those days that Courtois just did Courtois stuff, and he won us a beautiful save. And I think I'll remember this because, well, this is what Courtois does. He's a giant, and he did giant things. I cannot complain. He did a good match. He stopped a lot, and I think he deserves an 8 out of 10. He did pretty good, and one of the reasons we won the match. One key player. Eder Militao today was on top of his game, fast on reactions and tackles. He did get one out with Huijsen on that one action in Villarreal, with the striker just straight up ignored them and ran past them, and that's the same action where Courtois absolutely saved our asses. But today, he was good, he was fast, he tackled well, he passed well. Can't complain, an 8 out of 10 as well. And Huijsen, again, Dean did a good match, did a lot of progressive match, lost a lot of balls, but still, I cannot complain. He defended well, he won most of his duels, except for that one action with Militao and Courtois and everything you already know. The striker just straight up rounds past them, beats them physically, tries to shoot, and Courtois is there to stop it. 8 out of 10. Dean Huijsen, pretty good lad. I love him. I think he has potential. He declined a bit, but he's in bad. Carreras today, again, one of the best players on the pitch, recovered a lot of balls. Did have a couple bad passes, but he recovered the ball always, even in his bad actions. I can't say it. This guy is the best left back we have. And I don't think Mendy is taking the spot again. I'm sorry, Mendy, but this guy just stole your place completely. If this guy plays bad, the team plays bad. And that's how I noticed it. When this guy plays bad, the team plays bad. So we need this guy playing well. From now on, this guy is an essential player. I think Trent should relinquish the number 12 to Alvaro Carreras, who clearly is a superior fullback. Talking about fullbacks, damn, this guy played beautifully. He doesn't like playing right back, but this guy is the best right back on the club. How the fuck do you explain that? The best right back in the club isn't even a right back. And he played fantastically. He was in attack, he was in defense, he was tackling, he was everywhere on the pitch. He was he was doing every duty. I loved every single second of this guy's game, except for the passes. Sometimes he lost the ball, but he was pretty good. Federico Valverde returned to his best form, and he did it in style by being not even in his prime position. But still not the best player in the game. 9 out of 10 for both him and Carreras. Followed by Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni again, decent match. Physical presence in the midfield always appreciated. And he did good tackles. He did good recoveries. And was always there sort of as a figure. A figure that we needed. Because he was just always there. Always present. I liked him. But still, 7 out of 10. He didn't do anything of notice. Dani Ceballos started bad. But what he did during the rest of the match was great. He was the physical presence. He was the anchor. Every time a play was being played, he was always behind the play to get the ball in case they couldn't pass by the defense and they had to pass back. He was always there. This guy did an 8 out of 10. And he's a bench player. And again, we're going to talk about the problems that Real Madrid is going to face when we get to the whiteboard. But this guy did pretty well. I think he was one of our best midfielders today. He did pretty well. Arda Güler again, fantastic player maker. Wasn't on his best, but he was still pretty good. It's just that he didn't get the passes didn't end up in results. But this guy was managing the midfield, skilling his way through everything. He was insane. I loved every second of his match too. And every time he had the ball, he looked like he could do an attack and it would end on a goal maybe. But just the players didn't score. Mbappe was off today, but he still scored, which we're going to talk about more when we get to the Mbappe. Franco Mastantuono, this guy is one of the clearest potentials I've ever seen. Second only to Yamal. Because I didn't get to see Messi and Ronaldo. If I got to see them, I'd probably say Ronaldo and Messi are top youngsters. And then there's this guys. Because this kid, he's just performing better and better. Yeah, maybe he's not on the level of, he's gonna be the GOAT. Not yet. But he's there. He's getting there. Slowly but surely. I think by the end of the season, he will be one of the best right wingers in the world. Maybe not the best, but one of the best. His dribbling, his attitude, his passion. He looks like he was a day one here. He's not even a day one. We bought him for 60 million euros. This guy looks like he was born and bred in the stadium. And he dribbles like a crazy man. But what he has to improve is his finishing. Because every time, even with open goal, he somehow doesn't score, which is a problem. But I think he will improve. He's still improving. Every time somehow he improves even more. His dribbling, his passes, he was always there. I liked every second of his match. 9 out of 10. Congratulations to Franco Mastantuono. Kylian Mbappe today was shut off. It's clear to me that he was slightly bothered by his tiredness. He was tired. He played like 10 out of 10 matches this season, and that's a lot of time, including the selections and the international break. But yeah, still, even in his bad days, he managed to score a goal. I do not understand this man. This guy is a beast. I don't know. He's just addicted to scoring goals. It doesn't matter how. It doesn't matter when. It doesn't matter how bad he's playing. He will score a goal. He is hunting. He's on the dreams of goalkeepers. You can delete one of his legs and he still somehow will find a goal. I mean, 8 out of 10 match because he scored a goal. But otherwise it would have been a 5 out of 10 because he wasn't doing anything. He was shut off. He couldn't dribble well. He didn't win a single dribble. But still somehow he scored. Just Kylian Mbappe stuff. One of the best in the world. Nothing else to say. Kylian Mbappe. God damn. I just can't stop seeing you score. I hope when the international break is over, you're fine. And now we can see you play. Although he had to come out in the 80th minute. I don't remember what happened when it happened because I don't have the goals and the time frames for some reason. But yeah. This man is crazy. He's addicted to scoring goals and yeah. Vinicius Jr. This guy is the only 10 out of 10 of the match. This guy was running around the defense like crazy. He caused a red card because this guy was just running around his defender like crazy. He caused the yellow card of the defender, and he caused the second yellow card, and he scored 2 goals, and he caused the penalty to score the second goal. This guy today he looked like his prime version, the version of Vinicius that was promised the last year. This guy was insane. He dribbled, he passed, he sped up. He was everywhere. This guy was fast. This guy scored. This guy is the one that people were fearing. This guy is the one that people had to mark like 3 people on him. This is the Vinicius Jr. we need. And the fact that we attained this guy today is a good thing. And I hope to see him for the rest of the season playing like he did today. Because simply he was incredible. He was out of this world. It's just simple. He was out of this world. He dribbled. He always reached the back of the pitch and he just dribbled his defender or just sped against, like he just won the speed race. He put it in the box or he scored. And he did fantastically at his job. Fantastically. I mean, 10 out of 10, Vinicius Jr., congratulations on coming back from a hiatus of 1 year without a goal. That's a lie, but still, you scored little last season, barely anything, and this season, you scored 5 goals already. I'm pretty sure four. Yeah, you scored like 4 goals already and 4 assists. You're involved in the team. You're now a part of the team. Fantastic from Vinicius Junior. Saw the whole match. This guy is the reason why Madrid won, and I think it's not even close. It's not even close. Camavinga returned today decently. I actually not decently, good. 7 out of 10 match. He didn't do much, but he did his role right. He defended well, he dribbled well, and he passed well. I cannot ask more of Camavinga. And again, he's part of a problem that Madrid is going to be facing in the future, which I'm going to be talking about later in the video. But yeah, pretty good. Bellingham. I also loved how he returned today. Atletico match, he was god-awful. He didn't need to play that match. But this match, today he appeared and came off the bench to start doing progressive passes into Vinicius. He was doing the playmaking role perfectly, and he was very strong on the ball. You couldn't shake him off easy. You tried to get him out, but you couldn't. This guy did what he had to do perfectly. He came on, he showed that he was still Jude Bellingham. He almost scored. I think we cannot ask more of Bellingham in his return. Too bad we don't get to see him more until like 2 weeks because of international breaks, which I don't like much, except for when Spain plays, which is only 2 days of the week, which is, man, just at that point, just shut out football, man. Just kidding. But still, I don't like international breaks, especially because of this type of shit. When a player returns and he looks fantastic, and you're like, oh, I want to see more of him, and then you just get shut the fuck up because your country is gonna play and you're gonna not be able to watch your club, etc. But Bellingham did pretty well. I would love to see him play the next matches. We got a tough match against Getafe next time out. Getafe is always a tough match. They love to fight to the death. They will beat the crap out of our players, and we cannot allow another injury on our right back spot because we don't have right backs. We only have Asensio sitting there. And we know when Asensio plays, it's not a right back. He's just a third center back. He's just playing right back. But yeah, Jude Bellingham, 9 out of 10, pretty good. Substitute off the bench. Rodrigo, pretty good. Cannot complain. He did exactly what he had to do when he came on. He dribbled. If Vinicius was a bit more active, we could have scored a bit more goals during that time when he reached. Because Rodrigo came on and he did a lot of dribbling, a lot of passes. He was always a danger in the box and he was driving the defense mad crazy. But didn't do anything more than that, really. So 7 out of 10. We cannot talk much. But Rodrigo is far more consistent than Vinicius. But the problem is he's not better than Vinicius when Vinicius is at his best. He's just more consistent. But yeah, Vinny. Rodrigo and Vinny did a good partnership today for 1 minute they had. And, well, I liked it. I liked it very much. Rodrigo, 7 out of 10. He didn't do much, but he was there. Brahim Diaz today came on and said, you know what, I'm just going to do my sparkle. And he did his sparkle. If you don't know what I'm talking about, every time Brahim Diaz comes on the pitch, it's either a mid-match or literally the reincarnation of Messi and Ronaldo and Pele all together. Because when this man wants, he can just dribble an entire team and score the goal. And today he was exactly that. Although he didn't score, he assisted Mbappe's goal. And he just said, you know what, I'm the boss here. Who the fuck are you? And he dribbled everybody. This guy came onto the pitch and said, you know what, I'm Brahim Diaz. I do whatever the fuck I want. And he did whatever the fuck he wants. Congratulations, Brahim Diaz, the only other 10 out of 10 of the match. Here's what we did right. Passing was good. We lost some balls, but we did pretty well on the width. Again, the other point is width. Vinny came back very fine. Like, his prime was perfect. The playmaking was perfect. And the defense, hear me out, was good. Every time we lost the ball, the defense was always active. And Alvaro Carreras always got the ball. Valverde tracked back perfectly. And except for that one action where Courtois had to come out and defend, the center backs did pretty well. So yeah, thank you for halal ball though. Thank you God for the halal ball we saw today, and we'll be heading onto the whiteboard to continue the analysis. Although I do have to speak about something. We're gonna be in the thank you for the halal ball for this. The midfield is gonna be a problem for Xabi Alonso because you're gonna have Bellingham, you're gonna have Brahim, you're gonna have no, well, not Brahim anymore. You're gonna have Arda Güler, Ceballos, Camavinga, and Tchouaméni. That's 5 midfielders, and Bellingham has to play. Valverde has to play. Tchouaméni has to play. Arda Güler has to play. And then if you have 4 midfielders that are the best that you have, like top quality, and you don't play them, you're gonna play worse. How do you organize the rest of the team? Because you're not gonna get rid of one defender, are you? Or you're gonna get rid of one attacker. In one solution, you get rid of Franco Mastantuono and Brahim, unless you want to change the system. And in the other situation, you get rid of either the right back spot with Trent or the left back spot with Carreras. It's gonna be a problem because we're gonna have to play Bellingham and we're gonna have to play Güler. Güler has the obligation to be playing every match now. He was perfect. Güler is perfect right now. Vinicius and Mbappe can be a 2-man mission, which I'm fine with that. But Franco Mastantuono needs time to develop, and we cannot be benching him. Anyways, that's the only problem that I see coming up for Madrid in the season, which is just being too rich. But yeah, onto the whiteboard. Okay, onto the whiteboard, we have the both teams, Villarreal, Real Madrid. And today I'm gonna try to explain both of the goals that just happened, and let's see if I can recreate them to how I remember them. So yeah, we'll just start with general play. What Real Madrid did well was the movement. Dani and Arda and Dani occupied the spaces they needed, and Valverde and Franco were always changing places. If Valverde was up, Franco was here, and that's basic football movement. Alvaro was ready to double him, and Dean and Eder were always high up, and Tchouaméni was with them always. So we're gonna make it like we're in attacking formation. Vinny, Alvaro. Let me just get all that bit up. Mbappe was here. So, okay. What Villarreal often found itself doing was being compact. They always tried to be compact every time here, but Vinicius' position and Alvaro and Vinicius forced number 5 and Valverde and Franco forced number 2 to fall a bit wider. And of course, we had Dani and Tchouaméni here playing like actually we had 3 player makers often from the back, because Dean always liked to go up here also. Militao always found himself at the back. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's say the ball were to progress to Franco. Franco, with his skills, oftentimes would take on number 2 and let's say just mess around here, confuse them, have attracted this guy, and I'm in fight. Valverde would often turn out here, receive the ball, and force basically the defense. Everybody would come in, force everybody to stay compact, with Franco staying wide. And Tchouaméni would come in here, forcing number 10 to come down. Militao was here, Dani was here. And Dean always liked to be around this area. Dean was always around this area. So, again, to remind you of what Villarreal is doing, is to compact their 4-4-2, because that's what they play in 4-4-2. Let me make it more clear. To block out Kylian Mbappe, Arda Güler. And oftentimes, believe it or not, when Franco had the ball here, Valverde would come in, and you would have at least 7 people in space, with the width being given by Alvaro and Franco. And as you can tell here by the formation, let's see if I can form a circle. I don't know how to do this. I'm a nunk. A nunk, yeah. Well, this area here, oftentimes, I could just draw a line too. Wait a minute, I want to draw a line. Okay, I can just do this too. Yeah, this whole place here. The defense here, and I counted it, had 9 members at times. In this case, there's 10. What they did is take the strongest man and have him near or here or here, and what they would do is die defending. They would Madrid would have to vascular. They would have to vascular. Move the ball around here, pam 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 pam, and what Real Madrid did well was frustrate the wingers and the left backs. Vinicius often would get the ball, and he would just be here, and a change of pace. Wait a minute. Let me just switch to the click. We just would move the ball, would be so fast, beat the defender with speed, force the entire low block here to move in order to cover Mbappe and Arda and Valverde, and oftentimes Franco would be waiting for the ball. And what would this? I mean, again, this would force them to come here. Would allow Dani to stay here. Dani would often come inside with the pressure. With again, number 5 is trying to catch up to Vinicius, and this guy has to cover Ceballos. Ceballos can maintain the ball for Tchouaméni to arrive here, takes the ball, and Franco can come down here, and here, bang, easy. We never really accomplished a goal like that. Instead, we relied on Vinny. Let's move a bit more the match. We are not gonna need to concentrate that much on this side, because we're gonna be speaking more about what Vinicius did. In the typical situation of Villarreal, the 4-4-2 lockdown, Vinny did it spectacularly, because it's a show of pure quality. Sometimes you just need a good team. Alvaro Carreras is here. Vinny is here, receives the ball, bang. This is on the second half. This is the second goal. I mean, no, this is the second goal. Yeah, the first, second goal. First. This is the first goal. I'm sorry. Vinny comes down here to the edge of the box, has number 5 on him, and beats him. He has now number 11, the other defender, which I'd rather be number 4, having to mark him because Mbappe is trying to get out of here. So they're trying to cover Mbappe's come out. What Vinicius does instead is drive the ball here, be in position, get in position here. Number 7 tries to block it and goes in because of the rebound. And that was great. And in the second goal, which is the penalty, Vinny did the same thing, just like cut in like a straighter. Vinny grabbed the ball there, and he just said, you know what? Who the fuck cares? And he just bang. I mean, this is wrong. Wait a minute. Vinny would run here, and the defender would tackle him, and tackled him badly because he just reached for his knee, and that's a penalty. And now we're going on to the third goal, which I'll have to. Oh, I don't want to do this. Can I go back normal? I cannot go back. Well. Yeah, I have to do it manually. So now let's go put everyone in position. Again, by this moment they miss one of their left back, so now they have another defender here. So okay, let's move back a bit. By this moment we have Brahim. Sorry, Brahim, you don't get. I'm just kidding. You get 21 because you scored. Mbappe is no more because he's tired. No, wait, no. Mbappe is here. He scored this goal. What am I doing? Valverde is here, Arda is here. So again, we find ourselves in a familiar situation. But this time it's Brahim. So Valverde and Brahim play each other. Valverde comes in, gets it to Brahim. What Brahim does is what makes it special. Again, low block. Mbappe is actually on this side now, today. Vinny is keeping these guys wide, trying to make sure he doesn't get out. Tchouaméni is here, Arda is here. Dani Ceballos again doing the play. Dean is a bit higher, so is this guy. Militao. And Valverde is covering for Brahim. So Brahim drags the ball here. And what he does next is like, he gets two guys on him. He straight up gets two guys on him. And Mbappe does also pretty good a job on getting rid of this defender. So let's do this. Brahim. What Brahim would do in this game is get the ball here. He did it here. Okay, wait. I did it wrong here. How do I stop this, bro? Okay. I stopped it. Brahim would get the ball. Let's get this done. Brahim would get the ball. He would drive it into a pass here. How did he do that? Well, basically, what this man did was, when the defender came, he moved here, then found this guy here, proceeded to move there. He straight up zigzagged around these guys. Mbappe cleared himself up. Mbappe ran here. And the entire defensive line now was in a panic. They were just trying to get to Mbappe, trying to block him. And Arda Güler was also here. So yeah, they were covering him, because these guys are already out. Brahim is here. Here, Brahim gets the ball, puts it into Mbappe, and Mbappe somehow, with three guys around him, he just scores the goal, despite having a bad match. Now we're going to talk about what we did wrong. We don't need to care about this side. We actually, if I could, I would delete it. I could just do this, and this is Militao, this is Huijsen. Again, like I said, Villarreal would have their low block around here. We'll have the low block around here, this zone. But they always kept this guy up here. This guy is their striker. And it clearly worked when they just send in a long ball, which is a very good, a normal tactic. They send a long ball here. Dean Huijsen and Militao lost control of this guy, and he ran like crazy. They were both behind them. And this just, again, exemplifies how bad we are at winning balls in the air. Because this way, one out in the air, he just started running. Just like what happened with Alexander Sorloth when the goals, and it's just, Real Madrid has to fix their air problem urgently. But again, this is all for today. Real Madrid won at the end of the day. They lost their left back. We did a lot of damage. But again, good match, good game, and see you in the next one.